Good morning, Hero Wars fans. Today begins the Great Storm, a 3-day event that many viewers have been waiting for. This is the only pet event among the various events, and by doing well in this event, you will get a strong hero team composition. The best part of this event is that you can shop at the Great Storm shop. The most popular items purchased by most gamers are either the Storm Legacy or the Pet Soul Chest. As for items for pet equipment, it is not recommended to buy them in the Great Storm shop, as they will become surplus early in the future. You should definitely not buy Flawless Stone in the Great Storm store, especially if you can play higher level maps than Pet Adventures Map 11, because you will have so much excess equipment that you will have to sell Flawless Stone. On the other hand, if you are only playing at a level higher than Pet Adventures Map 11, you may not have enough equipment other than the Flawless Stone, so it would be more efficient to purchase the missing pet equipment at this store. Please remember that you should never purchase Flawless Stone from the Great Storm shop. Which of the products would you recommend then? Yeah, there are only two options when it comes to recommendations. If you want a zany explanation, you should choose Pet Soul Chest if you want to be the first to get a pet of absolute star. For the time being, if you think a 5-star pet will satisfy you, you may choose Storm Legacy and get Pet Portion or Chaos Particle. This is a matter of personal preference, so you should choose the resources you need according to your pet's development status. Here is the most important thing to know about raising pets, and it is very important. Do you know what resources are the first to become surplus when upgrading a pet? It will be a Pet Portion. Even in the case of completely unpaid play and pet growing, Pet Portion will begin to become surplus after about 1 year and 6 months of playing Hero Wars. In other words, after the level of all pets reaches 130, the Pet Portion becomes an unnecessary resource. With this in mind, you can see why we should choose the Pet Soul Chest over the Storm Legacy, which contains Pet Portion, which we know will be surplus first and foremost. I'll summarize what I've said so far. When considering pet growing from a long-term perspective, it is not recommended to purchase Storm Legacy from the Great Storm shop, which contains items that will become surplus in the future. Since Flawless Stone and Storm Legacy fall into the category of items that will be surplus in the future, I believe that the Pet Soul Chest is the only item to be purchased in the Great Storm shop. As you can see in the image here, the time it takes to get a pet with 5 stars is only about a year and a few months, but it takes a lot of time to reach the next absolute star pet. Therefore, if you are thinking about pet growing from a long-term standpoint, it would be most efficient to continue to acquire Pet Soul Chests by focusing on Pet Axle whenever the Great Storm is held. Well, it would be a lot easier if you won the grand prize twice from Pet Summoning Egg like I did. I won the grand prize of a pet in my 4th and 15th month of playing Hero Wars. By the way, which pet did you win the grand prize for? Fenris and Biscuit. In hindsight, I'm a little disappointed as to why I didn't crack open the Pet Summoning Egg just on the day that Pet's Axle was set for the grand prize. Thank you for watching the video until the last part. I'll see you in my next video.